Okay, so we're flying over southern England and we are using Orbx GB South. I have settings maximum for world objects and high for general rendering. I forget the name of the setting. So it's almost maximum but not quite. Do still get little stutters here and there, which I'm not sure what that's quite about. But you really do need to have maximum world objects on, otherwise unsurprisingly you'll lose a lot of objects. You can see how much detail there is there. And the striking thing is the trees. The trees look, well, just looking at it now, it's very believable. You couldn't at first glance say that was flight sim. You could pass that as being absolutely believable. It might just be me, but there does seem to be significantly more traffic on the roads. That just might be me. Just might be noticing it more. It's almost certainly just the fact I'm noticing it more. The roads just, for whatever reason, just seem busier. There's no quicker way to kill immersion than to have completely empty roads. The trees really stand out in terms of detail. Again, significantly more traffic. Taking off from Shoreham, first thing I noticed looking back was a train. Perfectly believable. Just pick out all the details. Again, some stuttering when changing the view. Again, really believable view. So this is slightly stuttering Orbx. Right now I'm getting around 40 frames per second. Right now it's 38, 39, 41. Quite happy with 30, even 25 frames per second. It's when it drops below 20. And there you have a significant issue, and you can feel that most on approach. Just drop down to 25. Again, really believable scenery. Taking off from Shoreham, there is some sort of bug with the taxiways and runway where you need to use something like 1500 RPM to get it moving. There's a lot of smoke coming off the wheels. So, and it just generally feels really bumpy. So I'm not totally sure what's going on with that. With the first 11.3 beta, I had a problem with aircraft basically stopping dead on the runway after landing. That was quickly fixed. I'm amazed I actually got into the first beta. Doesn't that look incredible? Absolutely incredible. Of course, the downside to that is that it is a 108 gigabyte install just for South. I'm assuming that for the centre of England it's going to add another 108 gigabytes. But I do think it's worth it. I would have liked to have started this video at Shoreham, but for the problem that I've experienced. What I want to do today is just to talk about the channel, talk about where it's been last year and where it's going in the coming year. Now, you may have noticed that I had a poll, in fact I still have a poll up running on the communities tab of the channel. that's talking about what you'd like to see on the channel in 2019, and there have been, at this point, 84 people voted in that poll, so it's not massively representative in a clear way, given the fact that there are almost 3,500 subscribers. But the results so far are pretty much neck and neck between Explain 11 and Falcon 4 BMS, with maybe BMS taking a slight lead. Now, if you'd have asked me, in fact I was going to do one of these videos at the end of last year, beginning of 2018, and I would have talked about doing more DCS and more IL2, and of course there has been neither DCS nor IL2 over the course of the last 12 months. I've done a little bit of DCS. I have the Nevada map. Only flew once for a short while over it. IL2, I got into it a little bit more in the BF-109, which is an aircraft I really like, but I just don't have the time to get into the air combat maneuver side of things. So what are the plans for 2019? Well, obviously we're going to be doing a lot more Explain. Specifically, I'll finish the 737 series, I'll finish the Saab 340 series, the PC-12 series. You're about to see the first in the Grand Caravan series. I'm not sure actually if I'll do the full series, if I'll just maybe do startup. There's not an awful lot to the aircraft, but we'll see how that is received. I will start doing more BMS videos again. I'd like to get into the Israeli theatre. It's a big commitment getting into BMS. There's a lot of work getting back on top of the sim, as you might imagine. I'll probably do training missions. Doesn't that look amazing? I'll probably do more training missions, for example the laser guided bomb training mission, just to get back up to speed, and then I'll take it from there. But don't expect me to be doing the campaign early in 2019. That level of detail may take a little while for me to catch up on, because as I say, I have to get reoriented with it. Then you see, change views and it just absolutely stalls, and then picks back up again. I really do hope that is smoothed out. Not sure what's causing it, to be honest. I think it's maybe the CPU maxing out. Doesn't seem to be memory, doesn't seem to be GPU, but that's just going on Task Manager, so that's not a completely scientific approach to it. So yeah, I'll continue and complete those tutorials, and I'll take it from there. I'll do more complete flights. I'll do tutorials on little individual items. I like to do a tutorial on how wings work, just general stuff on flight. I would actually like to do the F-14 with DCS, do tutorials on that, but that's a huge commitment in time and in financial terms. Honestly, if anyone would like to gift me the F-14 and the Persian Gulf map on Steam, I'd be more than happy to do that series. It's just a huge commitment of money and time. Maybe that's a little bit more too much for me to do. It's an interesting aircraft. I like to do videos on it. I like to do a tutorial series. I like to do a tutorial series on it, but again, it's a huge commitment. Beautifully believable scenery. I love the amount of detail. So that is the plan for 2019. More Explain 11 and more, well, we'll get back to BMS.